Here's Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter St. Clair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross and Diana Day in
Nothing Like a Holiday. Angus, has Mrs. MacDonald been on the phone again about the holiday cottage?
No, woman. She said all she had to say the first time.
Well, have you written to your brother Peter and the family about it?
I have, woman. I'm just away out to post it.
Oh, I still feel we should have telephoned Peter about the holiday.
What? Waste all my money on phone calls when a letter will do. Besides, I hate ringing that number. At night, when the calls are cheaper, the pubs are open. That rules out that boozing brother of mine. No wonder they call him Sinclair the Soak.
No, Peter is a fine man, Angus.
And when his Pat isn't there to answer the phone, there's sure to be that wee, scheming, conniving, trouble-making son of hers.
No, I won't have you talking like that about young Jimmy.
Well, it's true. He's a menace, a disgrace to the clan. What can you make of a boy who refers to the bagpipes as Scotland's secret weapon? And who says Glasgow Rangers play football with the Haggis? Anyway, I'm away down to the post office to send this letter off.
Aye, and is that a parcel you're taking to the post as well, Angus?
Mind your own business, Flora. Just stop blathering and let me be on my way.
But, Angus, you haven't told me what's in that parcel.
You must know, woman. It's a wee present from me for young Jimmy.
Oh, what is it? A time bomb? Or a rattlesnake?
That'll do, woman. It's just something I forgot to send him on his last birthday.
Oh, you mean you've been out buying a birthday present for that wee, scheming, conniving, troublemaking...
All right. I know what I called him, but I promised the boy something for his train set. I keep my word.
But, Angus, Jimmy's birthday was months ago. How did you suddenly come to remember it after all this time?
How do you think? The wee scamp rang me up and reminded me.
Alfie, you're sure you don't mind me going up to Scotland with the others?
Yeah, not at all, Susan. You go if you want to.
Well, I don't really want to, but Uncle Angus did invite all the family to the cottage she's hired for the holiday. He will expect to see all of us.
Quite right, Susan. Your Uncle Angus is entitled to see all of you. Well, not all of you, Susan. I mean, not unless he went to the bathroom while you were... you are one of his relatives. Because even though you were born in England, you've got a lot of Scotch inside you. I mean, you've got whiskey in your blood. Yeah, Scotch blood in your cottage. Your veins, I'll miss you.
It'll only be for a week, Alfie. Still, I'm glad you'll miss me.
So am I. Not as much as I used to miss you when we first started courting. You know, in them days, when you went away, I'd only got to think of your face, and it made me cry. Oh, it was horrible. Not your face. I mean, no, you weren't all there. You know, you were away.
I think I know what you mean, Alfie.
I'm glad somebody does. You know, Susan, whenever I'm alone with you like this, I can...
You can what, Alfie?
I can hear a bustling in the rushes. I mean, a rustling in the bushes.
Where?
Near the garden gate there. Look, but behind your granddad's hollyhocks. Hey, perhaps it's a bird. Listen.
Who the lucky digger?
That's no bird, it's a cheeky monkey. All right, come out.
Down in the garden something stirred. It was Alfie snogging with his daft old bird.
Well, you can cut that out. We're talking, that's all.
What are you talking about?
Dave, you must know we were talking about Susan going away.
Well, that's nothing new. I never talk about anything else. The trouble is, every time the gypsies pass through here, they leave her behind.
I meant Susan going to Scotland with you and your mum and your granddad next Sunday, cheeky.
Oh, yeah, to the cottage in the Highlands with all the mist and the bogs. We should be able to lose her there, shouldn't we, Alfie?
Yeah. See, I'll phone you in a minute.
Oh, come in the house, Alfie. Grandad wants to have a word with you. It's about looking after Mr. Ironside's house next door as well as ours. You remember, I told you about it last night.
Oh, well, I've got to cancel the postman and put all the milk in the sideboard drawer. Well, that's not right.
No, you mean cancel the sideboard and draw the postman's milk?
Yes, no. I mean, milk the postman and draw the sideboard. I've got to post the milk. Milk the post. Milk the... Oh, stop it.
right, I'm coming. I hope it's the postman with my parcel. Oh, good, it is the postman. You're late, aren't you? Couldn't you remember where we live?
Sonny, I've had a hard day and I'm in no mood for jokes. This is second delivery.
Well, no wonder you've had a hard day if you had to deliver all the letters twice.
Very funny.
Yeah, I am, aren't I? I'll soon cheer you up. Hey, you've heard of a dog's home, haven't you?
If you live here, I've stood outside one.
Oh, no. Listen, you'll enjoy this one. There was a notice on the gate of the dog's home. What did it say?
I've no idea.
Beware of the postman. That's a good one, isn't it? The other way around, you see, the postman bites the dogs, and instead of distemper and hard pad, they all get flat feet like yours.
Look, never mind my feet. Is there anybody in besides you?
No, they're all out shopping. For the holes, you know. Hey, have you got something to give me?
I have that if you don't behave. It's a pity they're all out. I suppose I'll have to get you a signature.
Well, all right, but won't you get into trouble?
What for?
Collecting autographs instead of delivering the post.
You funny little boy. Look, I've got a letter here for Mr. Sinclair, and I've got this parcel addressed to Master James Clitheroe. Get your hands off it.
Well, that's for me. I'm him, Master James Clitheroe. Hand it over.
All in good time. There's this letter.
Oh, give it here. I'll stick it in my pocket. Now, can I have my parcel, please?
Well, I want a signature. It's registered. Get off, you little... Look, sign here first.
Oh, all right. Lend me a pencil. Now, how do you want it? James Clitheroe, Jim Clitheroe, J. Clitheroe? Shall I make a little cross?
They'll be making a little cross for you in a minute. A marble one.
There you are. Oh, smashing. I think I know what this is.
Hey, come on, hand it over.
Give over. It's my present, not yours.
I'm talking about me pencil.
Hey, look, I guessed right. It's from a great Uncle Angus in Glasgow.
Very interesting.
Hey,
Give me my pencil.
Look, a dining car, complete with seats and lights for me train set. Smashing. You fancy a ride?
No, just me pencil.
It should have been here at the weekend, this carriage. I wonder where it's been.
Perhaps it got shunted into a siding at Carlisle. Now, for the last time, my pencil.
Listen, there's a little note from Uncle Angus. Well, here it is, you wee scamp. That's me. Sorry I haven't been able to enclose the other things. See you soon on holiday. And I can't say I'm looking forward to it. He's a grand old Scotsman. Don't you wish you had a great uncle like my mister?
Yes, he might send me a few pencils now and then.
We're going to stay with me, Uncle Angus, on Sunday in his cottage in Scotland. You won't see me for a whole week.
Paradise.
Oh, no, not far now, Pat. Oh, fancy that taxi driver refusing to drive right up to the cottage door because of the road.
Oh, the suitcase. Well, a right week's holiday this is going to be. On that last train journey after we changed at Glasgow...
Well, what about it?
Well, what about it? I drank a whole bottle of lemonade and then found out there was no corridor.
Yes, of course.
I'm not kidding. If that train hadn't stopped for that sheep on the line...
All right. We know. Now, just shut up and behave yourself.
What a day this has been. Late into Glasgow, missed the connections for here, train broke down, no porter at the station, filthy, broken down old taxi, and now a half a mile walk to the cottage with all our luggage. Oh, why did all this have to happen to us?
I think this all started back in Glasgow, ma'am, when that man sold us the white heather for good luck.
I know one thing, Pat. I'll murder that brother of mine when we get to the cottage.
Well, it is annoying, Grandad. When Uncle Angus wrote inviting us here, he did say he'd meet us at the station in his car.
Yes, I wonder why he didn't meet us.
Because he's a mean, money-grabbing skinflint, that's why. No doubt he'd want the money in advance for the fares.
Perhaps he was in the village pub, Grandad.
What makes you think he'd be in a pub?
Well, he's your brother. A Scotsman?
I'll smack you, my lad, or I would if I didn't have a suitcase in one hand and a grip in the other. Oh, what I'd give for a rest and a nice cup of tea.
Well, it won't be long now, Mother. Look, here's the cottage.
At last. Oh, my suitcase is nearly killing me.
I'll run in front and knock on the door.
Look, you behave yourself.
It's all right, Mum. I only want to tell them my granddad feels faint so they can have the whiskey bottle ready. Oh, smashing. I bet they'll be right glad to see me. Come on, open up. It's me, your favourite relative, Sassenach Jim.
Yes. What is it?
Hello, Auntie Flora. It's me, Auntie Flora. Look, Ma'am, Auntie Flora. Hey, you're not Auntie Flora.
No, I'm not. I'm Mrs. McDonald. And who are you?
We're Mr. Sinclair's relatives.
Oh.
Aye, and I'm Mr. Sinclair. Not the Mr. Sinclair my daughter just mentioned. He's my brother who's hired this cottage. The other Mr. Sinclair, that is. I'm the Mr. Sinclair that's coming on holiday to stay with my brother, Mr. Sinclair.
Hey, Susan, that's funny. Me granddad talking like Daft Alfie. Oh.
Shut up. Did you say you'd come for a holiday with Mr. Sinclair? Mr. Angus Sinclair?
Yes, that's right. Are you the cleaner or someone?
Cleaner? I'm the owner of this cottage. And I'd like to know what you're all doing here when the holiday booking has been cancelled.
Look, we've come a long way and... Cancelled? What do you mean, cancelled?
I mean that because my husband broke his leg horse riding, we were to cancel our own holiday. So we told Mr. Angus Sinclair the cottage was no longer available.
What? When was this?
Last weekend. We rang him at his home in Glasgow. Didn't he phone and tell you?
No. The last thing we heard from him was a letter last week telling us to come here, the fool.
Granddad, perhaps he just forgot to let us know. I mean, after all, he is an old man.
Old man? He's 2 years younger than me.
That's what I mean. He looks older, I mean.
Look, if you'll promise to be quiet and not disturb my husband, you're welcome to come in for a wee rest and some good Scotch refreshment.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, Father, what are we going to do?
Well, we'll just have to go back home on the next train, after we've had a wee rest in this good lady's house.
Not to mention a wee drop of good Scotch refreshment.
Grandad, we'd better check the time of the next train back to Glasgow.
Oh, I can tell you that. It leaves Mucklebury Holt at 9:15.
Oh, we should just catch that nicely.
Tomorrow morning.
What? You mean we'll have to stop the night here?
Not in this cottage, I'm afraid. I haven't the room for all of you. And besides, my husband must have peace and quiet.
Well, all right, we'll take our shoes and socks off.
Look, Mrs. Isn't there another train today?
I'm afraid not.
But where can we stay tonight?
Well, you could try the village pub, the Kilt and Thistle.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound too bad, Pat.
I thought that'd cheer you up.
That'll do. I'll kill Angus for this. The holiday ruined and all that money wasted.
Yeah, after all that talk about the good time we'd have. Remember, Grandad?
All right, I'm sorry.
Where are you taking us for our next summer holidays, Grandad? A day trip to North Africa?
This is a fine start to our holiday, coming all the way from Glasgow to get pneumonia in Manchester.
No, Angus, don't go upsetting yourself. You bring on your indigestion. No doubt your brother Peter has a good explanation.
Don't go upsetting yourself, the woman says. We travel all the way from Scotland. I haven't eaten for 6 hours. I arrived punctual at my brother's home and not a soul in the house.
I've been through just as much as you, Angus. But these things are tends to tire.
Well, it's ridiculous standing outside this house in the dark and the pouring rain. We look like a couple of cows trying to shelter under a tree.
Hello, is somebody there?
Flora, I think we're about to be joined by a goat.
Hello, did you want something? Can I help you? I can't see in this pitch. Dad, oh, I hope.
Will you get off my foot, you stupid ninny?
No, Angus. Oh, you'll have to excuse my husband. He suffers with his stomach.
I didn't hear anything. What did you want the Clitheroe for?
We've come to stay here for a few days, my wife and I. And here, haven't we met somewhere before?
Well, you sure to have met before if she's your wife.
I mean, met you daft English dominant.
Well, you see, we're supposed to be here on a holiday.
Oh, well, why don't you go in out of the rain? You might catch cold standing out here.
The ninny. The stupid ninny.
You know, your voice is familiar. You're Alfie, had you not?
No. Yes, I have. Yes, at Alfie Hall. Aye, I think I know you two. No, not two, because that'd make four of you, and there's only two. I meant as well, two. You think, two?
It's all this rain. It's got into his head and flooded his brain.
No, Angus. Well, Alfie, we're very glad to see you again.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see you too. Well, why don't you go in the house instead of getting wet out here?
The door is locked, and we have no key. Do you understand? We've got no key. We can't get in, and we're soaking wet.
Oh, I see. No wonder you're cross. Like my Auntie Maggie was, where when she got married and we all stood in the rain and we couldn't get in the house at the reception because Arthur had the key. He was late. Arthur was Auntie Maggie's youngest son to her first husband. He gave her away to Arthur, not her husband, and she got soaked, so she hit him with a bouquet and he left home. No, not her first husband, Arthur, so ever since then they've kept it under the mat.
Kept what under the mat? The bouquet, Arthur, or Auntie Maggie's first husband?
No, the front door key.
Yes. Well, there is no match here.
No, not the Clitheroes keep theirs in the tool shed round the back.
Why didn't you say so before? I'll go and get it, Flora.
It's not there.
How do you know?
Because I've got it.
I'll murder him. I'll strangle him with his own tongue. Will he open the door, you blithering, stupid-looking blade?
Yeah, now, Agnes. I mean, they gave me the key, but I haven't got it. Well, I have got it, but not here. I've got it there at home, so I'll go and get it. Ta-da.
Oh, wait till Peter gets here. I'll have something to say to that brother of mine when I see him.
I'll have something to say to that brother of mine when I see him. No cottage, no holiday, and we spent the night in a farmer's barn.
Well, why couldn't we have stayed the night at the pub?
We told you the landlord said there was no rooms left.
Well, he could have made us a bed on the billiard table. Mind, not while they were playing on it. I mean, every time you mouth to yawn, somebody would shoot a red down the wrong pocket.
Oh, shut up with your childish jokes.
Oh, shut up yourself. Get down to the aquarium with all the other fish.
But that'll do, Jimmy. There's still enough room in this taxi to put you across my knee, you know.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't help Uncle Angus not being here. And I did suggest ringing his home in Glasgow to find out what had happened.
Aye, when we were halfway back to Preston in the train.
Well, you should have let me pull the chain.
What are you talking about?
He means the communication cord. He was on about pulling it when you were asleep.
Yeah, and I didn't pull it, so I saved me Grandad £5. Come on, Grandad, I'll go halves with you. £2.10 each. My rights, Grandad. You should make Uncle Angus pay for this.
He'll pay for it all right when I see him.
Right, Governor, here you are. That'll be 14 bob.
14 bob? Grandad, where are you going to keep this taxi now you've bought it?
Oh, Jimmy, will you please shut up for a few minutes? I've got the money in my purse, Father. There you are.
Oh, right, yeah, Pat. Give him the 14 shillings and 6pence for a tip.
Oh, blimey, the last of the big spenders.
Come on, Mother. I'll take this case and your grip. Oh, Alfie must be in the house. The lights are on.
That's the rest of the stuff. Now, off you go now.
See you next Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Right, come on, everybody. We're home again. When you come to the end of a perfect
Never stops. Susan, hold this bag while I get my key out. We'll let ourselves in.
Right, Mother. In you go, Mother, and you, Grandad.
Thanks, my dear. Oh, home at last. It's a relief to put these cases down.
Well, just dump everything and I'll get us a cup of tea.
I'll give Alfie a shout. Alfie? Alfie Hall? Hey, Tarzan, we brought your monkey back.
What was that?
Hello, Alfie. Hey, it's not Alfie. It's Uncle Angus.
Uncle Angus, what are you doing here?
Waiting for you, of course.
Well, you're a fine one and no mistake. Eh? Oh, hello, Flora.
Hello, Peter. So you've arrived at last, all of you.
We've arrived. We've just been all the way to the north of Scotland and back to see you.
Aye, £30 I've spent and probably caught pneumonia sleeping in a drafty barn last night. And you're here all the time.
Are you drunk already?
I had one drink at your cottage, and that was yesterday.
2 drinks, Grandad. Remember, you coughed for 5 minutes before the woman had opened the bottle again.
Keep quiet, Jimmy. Aunt Flora, have you seen Alfie Hall?
Yes, last night. He let us in here.
And didn't he tell you where we'd gone?
He did, and I'm still none the wiser.
I'll go and ring Alfie to let him know we're back.
Right, love.
Look, Peter, why did you go up to Scotland when Angus wrote and told you we were coming here?
We got no letter from anyone.
But Angus wrote saying that the cottage wasn't available and we were coming to visit you. He thought he might take you on a wee holiday around here somewhere to make up for it.
I tell you, we never got any letter.
But you must have done. I posted it at the same time as Jimmy's present.
Well, the postman must have got fed up delivering your letters with no stamp on.
Don't talk to me like that, you old reprobate.
What? You're asking for trouble, Angus?
Go on, let's have a scrap. I'll hold your kilts.
Look, funny boy, when you collected your parcel from the postman, was there a letter?
No, of course there's... Oh, heck. I put it in my blazer pocket and gave it... forgot to give it to me Grandad.
Oh, you're the limit. I'll go and get his blazer, Father.
And if it's got that letter in it, get his pajamas as well. He'll need them in the hospital.
The boy's a menace. I've always said it. You might know he's the cause of all the trouble.
Now, Angus, don't go condemning Jimmy till you've got all the facts.
Yes, Jim's innocent until he can think of a good explanation.
There was a letter, Father, addressed to you. Look.
That does it. I'll give you such a hiding, my lad. You deserve a spanking for this.
Hey, just a minute, Peter. That's not the letter I sent to you. The envelope's far too big.
Here, let me, Luke.
That's mine. Give it to me.
Look what it is. Shop early for Christmas. Your beers, wines and spirits at discount prices. Order now. I didn't know you were a beer seller, Uncle Angus.
Let me see that. I might have guessed, seeing it was addressed to my brother. It's a catalogue from an off licence.
It's more than that. It's Exhibit A in the trial of Jimmy Clitheroe for a crime he never committed.
All right, Jimmy, you're still not in the clear.
What do you mean, Father?
If he can forget to give me one letter, he can forget to give me another one as well.
But there wasn't another one in his blazer.
Yes, I'm innocent. I want damages for inflammation of my character.
Now, look, you collected our mail every day last week.
Well, I knew I was expecting me present.
So you must have lost that second letter.
Well, I never saw the postman, and Susan goes out every morning before he arrives.
So it still must have been the boy who lost my letter.
I didn't. I'm innocent, I tell you.
We'll see about that, because when the postman calls you tomorrow, we'll all be here to ask him how many letters he gave you last week.
More coffee, Aunt Flora?
No thanks, Pat.
Coffee, Uncle Angus?
No thanks. Just serve it up black and strong for the man with a hangover.
I didn't have that much last night, Angus.
No, Grandad, but you were wrong when you said about going to the Rose and Crown in Uncle Angus's car.
When did I mention Angus in his car?
Last night before you went out, you said something about Uncle Angus driving you to drink.
All right, funny boy. I'll be getting my own back soon, remember?
Oh, heck. I forgot.
Do you want any more breakfast, Jimmy?
I'll just have a piece of Postman.
What?
Toast, Mum. On second thoughts, I'll just go for a walk.
You'll stay here till that postman calls.
Aye, and then we'll get to the truth of the matter. I've suffered enough insults since I arrived here yesterday.
Now, don't go on about it, Angus. And look, before you drink your coffee, take a tablet.
Better still take a powder.
What was that, boy?
Susan's face powder. I think she forgot it this morning. I'll just take it to work for her.
You'll stay where you are. That's the postman, Pat. Bring him in here.
Oh, very well, Father.
Oh, before I forget, mentioning the postman here reminded me, Alfie left these letters with us. He said they're for a Mr. Ironside.
Aye, the chap next door. Alfie's been looking after his house. I'll put them in the sideboard with the mail I took last week. Move your chair, Jimmy.
Eh? What, Grandad?
Your seat.
Eh? You're not going to start clouting it already, are you?
Luke, just let me get in the sideboard drawer.
Would you come in here, please?
Oh, all right. I believe you want a word with me, Mr. Sinclair.
Aye. Do you remember bringing a letter for me, postmarked Glasgow, about last Tuesday or Wednesday?
Ah, I remember it well. Because the last 2 letters from Glasgow never had any stamp on.
What? Oh, scalp you with my claymore, you sassana rogue.
Hey, who's that?
It's Aberdeen Angus, the wild Heelam bull.
That'll do, Jimmy. You do remember delivering the letter from Glasgow, then?
Yes, I remember giving it him as plain as anything.
It's not true. It's a frame-up. You never gave me no letter from Glasgow.
I know that. I gave it your granddad here.
What?
Remember, Mr. Sinclair? You asked me for Ironside's mail next door. And I give you 3 for him and 1 for you. I told you to be careful not to get 'em mixed up.
Where's that sideboard drawer?
Now, just a minute, Pat.
What's up, Grandad? You've gone white. Is it something you've eaten? Like a letter?
Yes. Here it is, Uncle Angus's letter, unopened and mixed up with Mr. Ironside.
Aye, well, remember now, it must have slipped my mind.
No wonder. Your mind must be soaked in beer and riddled with hopes by now. It's you that's the cause of all the trouble, you idiot Scotsman.
Angus.
Well, Grandad, I seem to remember you saying anybody who did that with a letter deserves to be spanked.
What are you talking about?
Come on, let's have no trouble, the new. Just lift up your coat while I get my slipper.
Those involved with the Clitheroe Kid this week were Peter Sinclair as grandfather, Patricia Burke as mother, Danny Ross as Alfie Hall, Diana Day as Susan, John Laurie as Uncle Angus, Molly Weir as Aunt Flora, and Joe Gladwin as the postman and taxi driver. The recorded program was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the Kid himself.
My Grandad and Uncle Angus stopped fighting when my mum suggested having a holiday at home. Aunt Flora suggested we went for trips every day. And my Grandad said it was a good idea. Then Uncle Angus made a suggestion. He suggested my Grandad should pay for it all, and that's when the fight started again. Ta-ra!